Yo, sometimes you just need somebody to put up those shelves for you or, paint your walls, whatever, man. And I don't like to do it. Sometimes I forget. Taskrabbit is what I do, okay? To get started, go to taskrabbit.com or download the app. Search for the best tasker for the job based on cost, skill set, availability, and past client reviews. Next, schedule a tasker even as early as the same day. And once the tasker has completed the job, simply pay, tip, and review all on the convenient TaskRabbit app. I've done it. I do it. I need it. Tackle your to-do list today and get 15% off your first task at taskrabbit.com or on the TaskRabbit app using promo code DUDES. That's promo code DUDES at taskrabbit.com for 15% off your task. TaskRabbit. Book trusted help for home tasks.
Dudes behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes behind the foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dude behind the foods.
That's actually really fucking good.
What's up, man?
Well, look at you, Tim. We got a new little space for now.
Yeah, we're here because, okay, so look, here's the thing. My nanny is out of town for like 3 weeks. So I needed to find a way to do this without driving all far, all right? And without getting into specifics, the studio we normally go to can be a ways for me. This one, which I happen to stumble upon, so convenient. Shout out to, what's the name? What do y'all mean to shout out? The Network Studios. If y'all look convenient, this is great. So I happen to stumble across this studio, the Studio Network Studios. Look, man, if y'all need some podcasting situations, hit them up. All right. What's up, man? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in like a month.
So your wife don't like to work, huh? Is that what you're saying? Huh?
It's like these new age moms, man. They can't.
She doesn't listen to this podcast, does she?
She actually does.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I make jokes.
She's sick of no chaser, but this shit right here,
fantastic. Let me tell you something, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't wait to tell you this because your mom and my mom are so fucking similar.
Yeah.
So my mom and dad, every now and then they want to visit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they mainly come to see Mariel and not me.
Okay,
so
makes sense.
I
Yeah.
buy their ticket. So I buy their ticket and they come over. And so my dad does this thing where you start to look at your parents as like human beings later on. And then I started realizing, my dad's a fucking dweeb.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's socially fucking awkward.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know when to speak at certain pockets, right? And that's usually where people fuck up on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you're not a bad person. This is like, you could kind of say this stuff, but this isn't the pocket to say this.
It's all about timing.
Yeah. So we're in the car and then the back AC is not working, right?
Okay.
And so he comes in and he goes like, your car's broken. First of all, you already said that? Pissed me off. Because I know it's a judgment, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, the back AC is not working. I was like, it is working. I just shut it off with the button. It's like a newer car. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And he goes like, well, are you going to fix it? I'm like, it's not broken. I was like, it doesn't matter. It's like, he goes, well, I'm just telling you it's because I'm hot. I'm like, we just got in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also hot.
Mm-hmm.
And so the good thing about having a brother is that we can simultaneously be pissed at our dad at the same time.
And you got some backup.
Exactly.
I never had that.
And so my brother turns around. He goes, what's your problem?
Yeah.
Like, you're annoying. Like, we just got in the car. He just turned on the AC. We're going to go. He goes, but the car's broken. He's like, and I just stop and I just go, you know what? You are socially awkward. I was like, in
Korean?
Yeah.
How you say that?
Like, oseke. Like, you're just awkward, right? I'm like, you're just, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And then there's a pause in the car. And guess who decides to jump in? My mom.
Okay.
And she goes, in Korean, she's like, fuck both of you.
You and your brother?
Yeah. She's like, fuck both of you. She goes, in Korean.
How you say that in Korean?
Uh-huh. She's like, she might have done you motherfuckers. And she's like, you motherfuckers think you're so much better than us.
How dare you talk about my man in front of my face?
She's like, that's my man.
Like, only I can talk to him like that.
40 years, we ride or die. So, she starts screaming and I'm like, do you guys not understand how like rude this is?
Yeah.
Like, we're just going home and we're driving. Just stop this stuff. And she goes, I want to say what I want to say. Why can't he just say stuff? He can't just talk? Your dad just can't say a couple of things every now and then? I was like, no, he could talk, but he's being rude and it's just really annoying. Like, just be quiet sometimes. Just be quiet. And so it's like a silent car ride. And then we go into the house. And let me tell you something, dude. This is like a gift from God. So my mom's watching some K-dramas, right? We're watching that shit. And then my dad decides to start asking questions. But now he starts asking questions to my mom. Who is that? Where have I seen her from? What is she? And then my mom stops. She goes, why are you so awkward? She goes, don't you know that this is not a time to talk to somebody? And then me and my brother both look at each other and we stop, sarcastic as fucking Korean. We're like, oh, I thought, how come he can't talk?
Yeah.
How come he can't ask questions?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he should be able to speak whatever he wants. And then my mom stops and she's like dead silent. And my brother looks at her and he's older now. So he's like, say sorry.
Ooh.
And then my mom goes, okay, sorry. Okay.
You got me.
And I was like, dude, God, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for that. I've never had that moment before.
That is a blessing.
Oh my God. And then after that, my mom just starts laughing. And she goes, yeah, I can see why that's annoying. I was like, yeah, you only said that because it wasn't happening to you.
Yeah. You know, I'll tell you what. I know you realized that your dad was socially awkward over the years. I think I realized recently that my mom is ADHD, bipolar, plethora of things.
ADHD, bipolar, manic depressive.
And here's the difference, though. My dad has always had my back. Like before,
Hey, how about we just leave her tomorrow?
where I gotta be like, all right, Dad, calm down. She asked one question. Just, can you see it on my dad's? Yeah.
She's white.
My dad's pissed.
I swear to God. Oh, I swear to God.
Sometimes I'll just see his face start to crinkle up. I'm like, it's okay, relax. It's okay, Dad. It's okay. She just asked one question, man. It's cool. But the thing about it is, man.
Good morning. Would you shut the fuck up?
My mom just has this thing where she won't let go of just like the smallest thing. All right. So it'll be like the other day I'm feeding Q some like chicken that she had brought, right? Which was great, delicious, right? My mom's like, here, have him try the shrimp. Have him try the shrimp. She made some shrimp too. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just giving the chicken for now. I'm just giving the chicken for right now. He's enjoying the chicken, right? She's okay, but have him try the shrimp while it's still. Just have him try a little shrimp. I'm like, okay, I will, Mom, I will. So chill for a little bit. It's like it's soft. He can chew it. Just give him a little bit of shrimp. And I'm like, and then I look over. My dad's like, and I'm like, oh, man.
It's that repetitive thing that they say in 18 different ways that does not need to be said.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and you know what the thing that really irritates me? It's like, I don't see you do that to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know that it's really annoying. You know it's annoying.
Yeah.
Because if you did that to your friends, they would tell you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But they're just like, my mom, she said to me, she goes, I could do that too because you're my kid. And I was like, actually, I will delete you out of my life.
Bro, I forgot what my mom was telling me the other day. Like I was at their house doing something and she was doing it again. And I forgot exactly what it was, but my dad was like, I'm loving watching this right now. He's like, oh, I'm enjoying myself. Because every time I leave the house, I'm like, all right, guys, well, I'm good. I'm going to go. My dad's like, you see what I have to do, what I have to deal with every day.
Come visit more.
You know what we need? We need a drink, David. So.
Oh, and how exciting.
This is very exciting. First, I'm going to have you take a sip before I get into details of what we're sipping on. Because, no. I'm going to pull you this. These are different.
Oh, these are different.
These are different. And there's a reason why this one is a little more gone because it's, hold on a second. So this is a Brandy.
These are what did he say?
This is Brandy, and it is it's you just yeah. And you just tell me what you taste, okay? Because this shit's great. It's a blend.
You know, I just found out from reading the label that brandy is made with grapes. How come I didn't know that? I thought it was. So is it technically wine?
I've learned so much. Cheers. Ugh.
This is the worst thing I've ever had. This is absolute garbage. No, this is great. This is tasty.
Okay.
You know, it's so funny. After I read grape on it, I taste the grape.
Here's the thing. This is specifically like more of a grape infused brandy. Okay?
I like it.
I love it. So you really get that grape aftertaste, right? And so what I learned in my research recently is that, you know, because I was a big Henny boy for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Henny, all types of cognacs and shit. Come to find out, the only difference between a cognac and a brandy is that just like champagne, to be classified as a cognac, they have to use very specific grapes from an area of France. That's a specific area of France. I forgot what city, but yeah, that's the difference, right? So brandy's basically just cognac, all right? And I know that I've been researching, and I've been hinting about this on No Chaser. Your boy's coming out with a bottle of liquor.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Dude. Like I was calling, he's The Rock now, dude. You got to promote it like The Rock.
Tim's Terramana Brandy.
Wow. Terramana tequila.
Here's the thing, right? Because, you know, some people might say, like, Tim, why wouldn't you come out with a tequila? You've been drinking so much tequila over the past few years, but everybody got a fucking tequila out. You know what I'm saying? I almost feel like it almost feels like I'm jumping on a bandwagon if I do the tequila, you know?
They jumped on your bandwagon, dude.
That's facts, bro. You know, I've said this before. I said this on Dumb's podcast. Some people gave me some pushback on this, but because Dumb was like, you know, like, so tequila really has become like a thing in the past couple of years, and I was like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Like he's like no, like the expensive tequila. I was like, yeah, I low-key I did that.
No, you pushed. You know what irritated the fuck out of me? You posted this clip on No Chaser.
Yeah.
And there was the people that were coming at you about our podcast, the clip, the white thing.
Dude.
I never, like, you know when I see stuff online?
Yeah.
Nothing irritates me.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. When white people try to do the thing of, oh, I'm so racially abused. It's like, look, nobody cares. Like, you know why? Here's the reason why, right? It's not that you can't be racist towards white people. That's not what I'm saying. Racism is a non-coloring. It's a coloring thing that's non-colored, meaning that anybody who has a race can be racist against.
Yeah, I think, and some people would get really technical with it, saying like, you can be, like, if we want to get into semantics, you can be prejudiced towards white people, but you can't be racist towards white people because it's like racism involves a power dynamic and like all this stuff.
All that other stuff.
But basically, yes, of course, white people can get attacked for being white. Okay, of course.
100%. But the thing is, it's like you're trying to be like, I want to be at the same sadness level as other people of other ethnicities within this country, right? Yeah. Just because of this country's history. And then you go into this whole, you know, I was like looking at some of the comments. I was like, oh, you're like trying to say that your situation is as bad as black people in this, which is like kind of a wild take.
Bro, even to say that it was like as much, it's like someone was like, what if I called you what if I said chink? I'm like, what are you even talking about, bro?
It's not the same.
Yeah, like it's literally the same word.
If you would have been like Asian,
that's what someone commented. What if I said Asian or Asian? I'm like,
yeah, who the fuck cares?
Who care? I would not care, right? So look, and that's why I was so annoyed. Majority of the people, you know, in the comments, of course, were in my comments of the new reel I posted were like saying, nah, they tripping. One person was like, they were saying that they've been noticing that people use white to refer to racist white people specifically.
Well, guess what? That's your little niche thing, dude. That's not a general truth.
Yeah, I don't know what this. Look, I don't be on TikTok like that. This motherfucker definitely don't be on TikTok like that. We're just saying white, all right?
That's all that it is.
With a hawk tool on it.
And I want to talk about that.
Man, every week there's a never-ending list of projects or things to do around the house that we tell ourselves we're finally gonna do, but then Saturday morning comes around and suddenly, mounting a TV, building a dresser, or cleaning out the garage just doesn't sound that appealing, right? For all the tasks you need to do but don't want to do, there's Taskrabbit. Taskrabbit connects you with skilled taskers to help with cleaning, moving, furniture assembly, home repairs, and more, and many taskers are available to help the same day. Look, me and wifey actually really use Taskrabbit. We've used it in the past. She was literally about to book one and she was like, wait, they're sponsoring the podcast, so you got a code? I was like, yeah, girl. To get started, go to taskrabbit.com or download the app. Search for the best tasker for your job based on cost, skill set, availability, and past client reviews. Next, schedule a tasker even as early as the same day. Once the tasker has completed the job, simply pay, tip, and review all on the convenient TaskRabbit app. Wow, look at that. Just for y'all, I got a special treat. Tackle your to-do list today and get 15% off your first task at taskrabbit.com or on the TaskRabbit app using promo code DUDES. That's promo code DUDES at taskrabbit.com for 15% off your task. TaskRabbit, book trusted help for home tasks.
But in general too, like you got to think about it like this: the negative racial stereotypes for white people are really not that bad. It's like, oh, you got money. Oh, you grew up with both your parents.
You can't dance.
Oh, you can't. This is like, it's goofy. It's nothing really bad.
And some would argue the same about Asian stereotypes. Oh, you guys are good at math. You guys are, I don't know, well off. But then they hit us with that little dick shit. Then they go, oh yeah, little dicks. Bad drivers.
Yeah, I never got offended as an Asian person when they're like, you have good grades and you're smart. That's actually kind of nice. Those things when I hear like Asian kids, it's like, why do people think that all we can do is be as doctors? It's like, shut the fuck up. That's a really nice stereotype, dude. I actually don't buy. Nobody looked at me and said I was going to be a doctor. Yeah. So I would have actually liked that. I think that right there is like when Asian people try to make their plight as similar as like the black plight in America, which is just like, dog, we got our own thing. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That shit really irritated me though.
Dog, that's why I was like, I need to make a whole ass reel about it, because I was like, what am I missing here? You know what I'm saying? I just did not get it. And the fact that I had so many comments about it, I was so confused, right?
Yeah, I didn't get it either. Look, man. It's just a weird move. It's like a weird chess move. It's like, where did this come from? It doesn't even make sense.
They say, the oppression Olympics, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to beat everybody, and then you got the whites coming up with their Australian hippity hop break dance moves, kangaroo moves with the ray gun. Y'all call me white. I got the kangaroo hops.
See, that right there is paranormal white activity. Right there.
Oh man, well look, you know what pairs well with Brandy from what I learned?
It smells like Asian food.
Duck and fatty meat.
Mariel hates duck.
Pardon me?
Yeah, so whenever somebody gets duck, I get so excited because I never get to eat duck and I don't get to eat lamb.
She don't fuck with the duck?
She doesn't fuck with duck. She hates duck.
Really?
She doesn't fuck with the duck.
Now, Chia, duck also isn't her first choice. But she'll get down. If my mom brings over some duck, right? It's not her first choice. But I fucks with the duck, my guy.
It's so tasty.
I agree.
And I know you like it too, because you like fatty meats too.
I love it.
So it's like perfectly what you want. But I remember the first time I had duck, I thought it was going to be disgusting.
Did you?
Because you just see ducks at the park and shit. They just be like, just fucking walking on shit all the time, eating garbage off the floor.
Every animal walks on shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's stupid. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Right? And then I remember it was at my buddy Scott's house, and his parents had duck, and I was just like, I don't. And then his dad was like, his dad had this thick Chinese accent, dude. I don't want to do it, but he's just like, you don't want to eat this? Because they might listen to this. It's like, why don't you want to eat it? And I'm like, it's a duck. And he goes, it's delicious. You should try it. And I was just like being gripey about it. He's like an old Asian guy. And he goes, just eat it. Just don't. He's like, would you like boys?
What?
He's calling me gay.
What?
He's like, you like boys? I was like, what does that have to do with anything? He's like, it's like, you gay. Like, he stop being gay, eat this shit. You know, like hood Asian dads, like they don't give a fuck.
Oh my god, I've never heard that before. You're not gonna eat that? You gay,
Yeah,
dog?
because his dad's like a hood Asian dude.
That is hilarious.
And I just like begrudgingly ate one.
Yeah.
And it blew. I was like, damn, this is fucking good.
Mind blown. Yeah.
He's like, I told you it was good. He's like, you want more? He just piled my whole plate full of duck. It was so fucking delicious. After that, hooked.
We'll get you a bite, my guy.
Oh.
I got the, Peking style as well. If you want a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
And let me tell you, I've been working out. This right here, hell yeah.
Oh, I know that, brother. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited because I also I don't just have duck at the crib. Same reason, like Chia. It's not her favorite. She doesn't hate it. It's just not her favorite. But yeah, I ordered some duck because it goes well with Brandy, and so look for my Brandy coming soon. I'm actually trying to do like a little when foodie calls in Kentucky, where this I guess distillery is that, and where they sent me samples that I thought I would like. These two that we just tried, they're like my favorite. The one that you had is like my favorite.
Fucking tasty.
It's a grape brandy blend, and it's so good, guys. It's legit. It's really good. And you wanna know the name it might be?
Yes.
No, wait.
Wait, let me guess. It has something to do with you.
It does.
He said Thai chili penis hot.
I thought about that. But it's gonna be more of like hold on, let me get a little flavor.
It's gonna be called Moesha because Brandy. And then you're gonna get sued, and it's gonna be amazing.
Brandy actually collabed with a Brandy company. Like Brandy the singer did like a Brandy bottle alcohol situation.
Oh, this sauce is different. It's not the regular duck sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this from?
We're just gonna this is just from your like an ABC Chinese food restaurant. Like literally that's the name of it, ABC.
ABC is really good.
Yeah. So is this the skin in here?
I just bit into a bone. Oops.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we wanted to do something where it was like, I'm on my king shit, right? Like I always say, like all my videos used to end with the royal penis is clean, your highness, thank you, king shit. But then I'm also like, I'm a class clown, you know what I'm saying? So instead of the king's court, it's jester's court, Brandy. Bam. So you'd be like, yo, let me get a bottle of JC, son. Let me get a bottle of JC. You got that JC on deck?
Very cool. If there's any soju company out there that wants to brand my face on it, let me know. I would love to sell alcohol. I consistently drink and beat my wife, so.
Is that what Koreans do?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that what alcohol does?
You know what's a big stereotype?
What?
In Korea?
Beating your wife?
No. Okay, I can see the segue. That Korean men, they say like in the Asian community, that Korean men don't treat their women well, but Chinese men do. Yeah. But they're assholes. That's why, Mariel too, she said that she didn't want to marry a Korean guy.
Because of the stereotype?
Because they're very machismo, very angry, and how they treat women is like not very good. Despite, you see all these Korean dramas, but within the culture, is that Korean men are a little brash and harsh. And they're very old fashioned in that sense.
Is that true?
I don't know. Like, I've started to realize too, just like when I tell my Korean stories, there's like stuff that's relatable and there's like stuff that's completely unrelatable because my parents are really on the outside. So, for example, there's, mother-in-law's called Shiomoni.
Okay.
And in a lot of like traditional Korean homes, if anybody out there who's Korean, let me know if you've experienced this, if you're a woman, where you have certain things that you have to do when you go to your mother-in-law's house.
Okay.
You do the dishes, you cook with her, you clean with her.
Oh.
And it's basically chores that you do with her. And you have to speak to her in Chondenmar, which is polite form of Korean.
I see.
Right? My mom doesn't like any of that shit. And so when Mariel, when she first came over, she was like, oh, I'll do the dishes. And my mom's like, get the fuck out of my kitchen.
For
real?
real?
Like, oh, yeah. She's like, get out of my kitchen. She's like, go sit down and go watch TV.
Hilarious.
And then she's like, oh. She's like, yeah, I don't like people in the kitchen. Like, I'll cook. You just sit down and relax. And then she's bringing food over and making all this other stuff. And then we're about to clean up. And mom's like, don't touch the dishes. I'm going to clean up.
Really?
Like, my dad is going to clean the dishes. And my dad would clean the dishes. And I put the stuff away too. And she was like so shocked. She's like, oh, I thought I was supposed to do, because her mom was giving her tips like, hey, when you go, that you make sure you better do this and that. Mom's like, no, I don't like that. Like, just relax. You're here, like you're like one of my kids, so just relax and have fun.
Dang.
And Mariel starts like tearing up.
What?
Because she was so scared that she was gonna mess up, make
and
a
not
wrong
impress
move.
your mom.
And she's like, oh my god, like your mom is the best.
Wow.
And so she got a very different experience than what a lot of other Korean girls experience.
I tell you what,
After I just shat on my mom in the beginning.
Chia would have loved your mom. my mom, like sometimes I'm like, she not gonna help me cook. She not gonna take these plates.
See, it's an Asian mom thing then, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, of course, like, you know, Chia will take some plates and shit. But every time I'm like, oh, okay, well, it'd be nice if, you know, sometimes we're talking about, oh, Chia not gonna take this. But
see, that's like the traditional thing. My mom looks at it as like, oh, these are my kids. I mean, I'm just gonna take care of them.
I see.
And so obviously, like, I'll get up, I'll put the plates away or whatever. Just because I did it in the house since I was a kid.
Right.
But even for Mariel, I don't want Mariel to do it. It's like, this is the house that I grew up in.
Yeah, same. I low key, like, you know, like, let's say even if Chia wasn't trying to help, like, I feel like I'm just kind of automatically, I would be like, yo, you're a guest in my house, like, chill, you know?
Yeah. That's how I feel. And so, like, when Mariel would, I guess her mom sometimes too, like, her mom is right? But then, because my mom is not traditional like that, though. So she got to come into a household where she was just, like, truly, like, taken care of. And it reminded her of her grandmother. So I remember the first time she ate my mom's food, she bit into it and she started bawling. And so she was, because it reminded me of, because her grandma just passed a year before that. And so, actually, funny, we had dinner the other day. My mom, with her family, she was like, oh yeah, like when Mariel first came, like she teared up eating my food. It was very sweet. And her mom was like, oh yeah. She was like, yeah, she's talked a lot about the grandma, but she didn't talk a lot about you. And then her mom just like pauses and she looks at Mariel. She goes, you don't remember all the stuff I'd done for you when you were a kid? And my mom was like, oh shit. She was so offended. She goes, I did this, I did that. And then I was like, no, it's because at the time she just passed away. That's why. So I was like, yo, I was like, mom, dude, don't say that. Like, don't say that, please.
Mariel is Japanese and Korean?
No, she has a little Japanese in her, but then it's that 23andMe stuff. But she's all Korean. She looks Japanese though. Everybody, when they first met her, thought she was Japanese.
And that's what you're into, you freak. You just like that Japanese porn.
You know, when I saw her naked, I was like, I better see a gigantic bush.
And you're like, why isn't it blurry?
Why can't I see the vagina? And you're not loud enough.
That sounds fake.
All right, I don't know.
No, you know what that sounds like? Pops from the Wayans Brothers.
Hey, she better say that one. Yo, what? If I put it in for the first time.
Yeah, she said, don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody. It's not at her lips, she doesn't add her vagina.
Oh my god. Oh, rest in peace. Oh, fire. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's great.
Bang.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy my brandy, bro, because
It's tasty.
look for that, guys. So yeah, I'm trying to take us to Kentucky to do an episode of When Foodie Calls, so we can actually go to, you know, the source, be legit with it. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I wasn't trying to do tequila because I feel like, you know, everybody's doing tequila, and also, you know, because of the popularity and new, like, I guess, renaissance of tequila in the past few years, because it got so poppin', a lot of people would complain that, like, these motherfuckers hopping on the tequila bandwagon, they never been to even, like, Mexico. They're not really trying to learn about that shit, and, you know, they talking like that, like, appropriating the tequila culture life, you know what I'm saying? Because tequila's popping, right? And I'm like, look, I love tequila.
When you open up a hamburger shop, do you go to, like, what are you talking about?
Well, look, dude, tequila comes from a very specific part of Mexico. A lot of people don't even know that, you know? So I was trying to stay away from that, right?
I'm kidding, by the way. Like, don't come after me. I'm making a fucking joke.
He gets it.
Yeah, I get it.
So I was like, let me, you know, I was a very big Henny boy. So, and I was like, let's do a cognac.
You weren't a Henny guy?
Huh?
You didn't like Henny?
No, I was saying I was a big Henny boy.
I was about to say, that was the drink.
No. I was like, Henny was my shit, you know. And I, you know, people that watch Wild 'N Out, I used to have a bottle of Hennessy like every episode. Like it became my thing, you know, like to the point where the producers ended up working that into the budget for me. They're like, all right, we got to get Tim's Henny bottle.
Wow, you're an alcoholic.
Well, what's funny is there was a season, bro, where I was like heavy dieting when I was doing that fitness shit, but I knew people were expecting me to have a drink, so I was up there with a red cup full of water. But motherfuckers was like, Tim always got a drink in his hand, you know?
Let me tell you something, dude. Incredible Hulks were my shit. So,
Yo,
I loved that drink.
dude, when you're a little kid, not a little kid, but when you're 19, 20, 18, high school, trying to make the Incredible Hulks back in like the early 2000s when they were popping, and you didn't get the ratio right, disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got that ratio right, delicious.
And it made you popular with the ladies.
Because you're like, you're drinking what B2K sings about? What? You're singing what Joe Budden is rapping? You're drinking what Nelly's rapping? Wow.
Dude, when you mention B2K now, you know what's so sad?
Huh.
It just brings up all these clips of, remember that period where they kept showing all these R&B people we grew up with
Yeah.
and what they look like now?
Yeah.
And they're performing, and it's just like the saddest thing you've ever seen.
The B2K guys look all right.
No, they look all right. It's
Yeah.
just like, there was a clip of Omarion dancing,
Oh.
and they're like, damn, he really thought he was cooking. And it was just like, oh, don't do this to Omarion.
Hey,
dude.
Omarion still be cooking, bro.
No, it was just that clip. It was just that clip. But
Yeah,
he could
yeah,
still dance. He's still fucking dope.
Yeah.
But there was a part where it was during the versus battles. I remember he was singing, and it was just, oh no.
Was it not doing what it was doing?
He ate a slice of watermelon
Oh,
on stage,
when they were,
and he was off key.
Not a great choice in that battle.
But
yeah,
you guys also have to understand, Omarion was never known for his vocals.
Omarion was good at what he did. He was like,
Cute and a good dancer.
and you know, and he would carry a tune. Of course, he wasn't like fucking, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't like JC of NSYNC. You know what I'm saying?
What an interesting. The YJC of NSYNC.
Well, because nowadays the discourse would be that like that people didn't admit back then or didn't realize is that JC was the better vocalist than Justin Timberlake.
100%.
Yeah, now that's what everybody knows, right? But back then, it's like, you know, Justin Timberlake was
He's a good singer,
the front
too.
man.
He has a really good falsetto. It's really fucking nice.
Yeah,
It's
it doesn't even sound like he's doing a falsetto. It's like he's just singing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like with JC Chazé, he was the vocalist. He could belt. He was the guy that you always saw towards the end of the song where it would crescendo. And
He was the dude in the choir that would get the solo.
He was that fucking guy.
Yeah.
But everybody had their fucking favorites at the time, man.
For sure.
I always felt bad for Joey Fatone because they kept calling him Joey Fat One.
Joey Fat One, yeah. And you know what's crazy? Joey Fatone can fucking sing his ass off too, bro.
For real?
I saw a clip of him in high school in a musical that he did, and he's belting, bro. Hitting, like he was the lead in his high school musical, whatever play this was, singing, dog.
They never gave him shine.
Never. Probably because he was the quote unquote chunky one.
And there's nothing wrong with that, okay?
You know, it sucks for fucking, I mean, Chris Kirkpatrick, he could probably sing too, but they just, they only let him harmonize with JC. That was it. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he wasn't as good as everybody else.
Maybe not as, probably, he had a little solo moment in Drive Myself Crazy, and I would say his falsetto, I wouldn't say as good as Justin's, but it was also kind of up there, bro.
He looks like one of the Mexican fruit guys.
Now, yes.
Like,
Yes.
When I saw a photo, I was like, híjole de la chingada.
You know what he's doing now?
Selling fruit?
No, he's touring with members of O-Town, and they are doing covers of NSYNC songs and singing O-Town songs.
I think that's cool, but it's also a little, oh.
I know.
You know, O-Town, if you guys don't know who they are, had a banger of a song.
They have a few bangers, dog. You talking about, 'cause I want it all.
Dude, that song was dope as shit, dude. I just remember that used to get me right in the fucking feels.
Dog, look, just humming it, thinking about it, gave me the chills, because I was singing it in my head.
How does the beginning go? What's the first?
You something different nice, realize.
I know. I don't know. He goes, hold on. Never mind. Oh, fuck. I know when she's been on your mind, there's something different in your eyes.
Yes.
I thought by now you'd realize it's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dude, that song, because that show was such a fucking hit,
The
dude.
reality show. Yes.
I was like, dude, I'm going to lose 80 pounds. And I'm going to join this show, and I'm going to be a part of a fucking boy band. I'm going to be the one Asian guy there, and I'm going to shock them all.
They had other bangers, dog. Fucking. They had a song called "Liquid Dreams," which was one of their singles, which was decent, catchy. But there was another one. I literally still play this shit to this day. It's called It goes. They're on a boat, and it goes. Well, hey, Liquid Dreams, like, cause you are the star of my liquid dreams, my liquid dreams. And then they got this one on the boat. It's like, every corner to the breaking of the dawn. And then, you know, inside every corner, girl, you really turn me on. I gotta send it to you. Fire,
For
banger.
some reason, that reminded me of a different song. Walking at the morning light.
I say a little prayer for right. That's Old Town.
Is it? Oh, okay. You fucker. You know I don't know music like that. I would have went around telling people that same shit and people would have laughed at me.
Nah, I'll send it to you. That's just fire.
That was Dawson's Creek, wasn't it?
Yes, that is Dawson's Creek. The funniest shit, one of the funniest shits about Old Town is they did an episode of Cribs, and their crib was terrible. It was like, and it was, you know, to their credit, it was their real crib, because a lot of people on Cribs actually were renting houses just for the show and shit like that. But like, you know, mind you,
wait, what? For real?
yeah, bro, a lot of Cribs was fake. Like a lot of them shits were rented.
You just blew my fucking mind. I had no idea.
Yeah, I learned that years later.
Why would they do that to us?
You know, so much of TV is fake, and even Cribs, bro.
What the fuck?
I'll give you a hilarious example. Go back and watch the Yin Yang Twins episode of Cribs now, and it's so obviously fake because they have like random shit in their rooms that they're just bullshitting about.
It's
like
a white family.
Yeah, well, dog, it's like they go into a room where I think on display is like a fucking like a clipper ship, like a sailboat that's like, you know, like a miniature sculpt, like a thing of a sailboat, and they're like, yeah, cause you know we love sailing, huh? Shit like that, dog. Just making up stuff about whatever was in the house.
The first room I'm finna let y'all see is the sea room. The fish is right here. What their name is, y'all? That's Kudzu, you, and Money Green. Yeah. We decorated this ourselves now.
Yo, guess what? Goody Brand brought back our annoyed hats in khaki and black and white because they always sell out. They've been gone for a minute, but now they're back. So make sure you pick one up before they sell out because they always do, okay? GoodyBrand.com. We got a bunch of stuff on sale as well. Hats, shirts, all that. Check it out, GoodyBrand.com. Let the people know that you are annoyed.
What's going on? It's your boy Subaru, aka Eric Ochoa, my boy Vijito Lex, Team Chantarangsu, and my boy BD Flow. We're gonna be out there in Las Vegas.
That's right, baby. That's right, baby.
I want you guys to show up, have a good time. We're gonna get lit. We're gonna show off these tits.
That's right.
It's gonna be a good time. Come on, what?
What?
I'm gonna show off these tits. Yeah, we're gonna show off these tits. We hope you guys want Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club.
That's right, baby. We got 4 shows. Remember, we got 4 shows on Friday, September 6th, 7:30, 9:30. We got a show Saturday, well, 2 shows. Tim's gonna be there on one of the nights. We have a special guest on the other one. Make sure you come through, guys.
Dang, homie, so not 1, not 2, but 3, but 4 shows?
4 shows, baby.
Bring your wife for the first one and Sancha for the second.
Hey.
You know what they say? When you go to Vegas, what will you do out there? People don't talk about
That's right. That's what they do say.
Yes. What Timothy Chantarangsu said.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys. So we'll see you guys in Vegas. It's gonna be dope. Oh, we forgot. Rick is gonna be hosting. Ricky Chucks. He's not here with us, but he's gonna be hosting. It's gonna be dope, guys.
Very cute.
that bass behind you. You know, but we love bass is high.
Well, hand was their shit.
I know. But you know what's funny too?
Oh fuck. So a lot of it was fake, man. I think even
That's also what Vietnamese people do too. That's why. You know what the hell that one high?
So yeah, I think also who was it? Either I think Hillary. No, not Hillary Duff. JoJo, the singer JoJo, admitted that the house they used for her episode of Cribs was actually like her rich uncle's house or some shit like that. Because a lot of these artists, even though they had hits, they weren't making money like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the record companies weren't giving a lot of money, so they didn't have big ass cribs.
Dude, JoJo is probably one of those people that are so slept on vocally.
Oh,
like,
100%.
To me, Tori Kelly was the reiteration of JoJo. When I heard Tori Kelly sing, I was like, oh shit, we got another JoJo on our hands.
I know, and people sleep on Tori's music too. It's fucked up.
Tori is so fucking amazing. Like, she's what I wanted my voice to be like. Not a girl, but a guy version of it, right?
Just effortless runs. Yeah, man.
She was doing this thing with that. I forgot, it was this other musician, but they were kind of doing vocal runs on a song that they were doing together. And he was like, hey, okay, at this part of the song, you guys are gonna know who I'm talking about. I'm forgetting the artist's name because I don't know who he is as a producer, but he just does this crazy run, and in my mind, I'm like, how the fuck is somebody supposed to do that on the first take? Not with Tori. She just fucking does it. I'm like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah, man. Effortless,
beautiful,
effortless, pure. That's a fucking pure ass voice, dog.
When I first met her, it was at this Wong Fu soccer game or some shit. I actually didn't know who she was, and I saw this girl. And a few people like, oh, that's Tori Kelly. I was like, who is that? She's a really sweet person.
Yeah, super sweet.
And I went back and I, YouTubed her. I was like, oh, amazing, dude. And I wish I would have just go back in time and be like, dude, I'm a huge fan of yours. Because ever since that, when I saw one clip of her, I'm like, that is what a vocalist is.
Bruh, I remember, when I hit up Tori to do that track with me, I was like, Tori, I gotta get you on a track before you become super famous and you don't have time for it. She's like, oh my God, shut up, I'm like, thank God I still got that. I did it when I did, you know what I'm saying?
I text her today, she's like, stop, delete my number.
I text her now, it's just, this number is no longer in service. Nah, Tori's still super sweet. As cool people's right there.
It's like, I'm not aging. Just because I'm kidding. Inside joke. Watch my podcast where he talked about this whole thing. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Cribs fake. Oh yes. So O-Town's house, bro. They were still all living together in that house, like as a boy band, And so it was so trash, dog. It was literally like, bro, their bedrooms were as big as this fucking little podcast studio, right? And it was like they had
that many guys.
For that many, no, I'm not all of them in one room.
Oh,
they each had a room that was like a small bedroom in a house, right? But it was like New York hotel room shit, just bed, walls. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, I don't know, 20 at the time. 19, 20. So they had the most terrible taste in like room decor. Like one dude was like, yeah, I really like to golf, so I got a golf theme in my room, you know what I'm saying? It was just like golf clubs hanging on the wall and like green paint on his walls, dog.
This golf theme is just one golf ball on a nightstand.
It was terrible.
It was crazy. That show, Making the Band, it wasn't Making the Band, I'm sorry, it was the other one. What was it called? The Boy Band?
It was Making the Band.
Oh, okay, Making the Band. I was thinking about the Diddy thing.
That was Diddy's version, but it was like, I think it was the same shit.
Oh, okay. It opened up to the thing that people didn't know about 360 deals. I had no idea what that was either. And then when I started getting into music, I wanted to be a music writer. So I was like in writing rooms. It was like, oh, they referenced that. It's like, you know what a 360 deal is? I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's actually fucking terrible. They own your ass. They own everything. And so when people had this perception of these artists like living large like that, now that MTV Crib stuff makes sense. Essentially what a 360 deal is, it's literally the shittiest deal ever, right? So we have all the connections and funds to make you famous, right? Radio shows, PR teams, whatever. We got you. Let's sign you on this 7-figure deal. Boom. That 7-figure deal, for people who don't know, is a loan. You have to pay that back.
And they'll use that money to pay for your music videos, to pay for the promo, all that shit.
Yeah. So essentially what you're doing is like, if they would have just done the work, they should have got a paycheck anyways, because they're building the brand anyways. But for them, they're like quadruple dipping on them. So it's like, oh, by the way, your songs, we're going to own all of it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So where they would have to make money was their live shows.
Mm-hmm.
And so their live shows, depending, that's why you would see them travel and tour so much,
Right.
because that's the only way they were making a fucking check.
Bro, I don't know if you remember, like, you know, and they touched on this in the movie too, of course, but TLC, they did like a little press junket and they were like, we have the #1 album in America right now. We're broke. We have no money.
So fuck TLC, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you have to understand, for those of you who are younger out there, whatever you felt about Destiny's Child,
Yeah.
TLC was them times 10 at the time.
100%, yeah.
And for them to be broke is unreal. It
was
doesn't
crazy.
make sense.
I think it might have even been, dog. Which hit of theirs was out? It couldn't have been Waterfalls. Was it Waterfalls? They had literally like hits on the radio, and they were like, "We have no money right now." Isn't that crazy?
That doesn't make any sense. And like, so, you know, all these artists were getting fucked so hard, but it's like, I wouldn't be here without them. And this is why when streaming came in, specifically before Spotify, SoundCloud revolutionized this game. It's like, oh, I don't need your deal.
Mm-hmm.
The people are going to decide whether I'm dope or not.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, I had to do a reflection part of my life where it started with people like Lil Yachty. Oh,
Right,
yes,
so-
please. Where even till this day, I don't like a single Lil Yachty song. I've tried, but then I also realized too, it's like, you know what? Sometimes it's just not for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so for me to be going out like, oh, why do people like this? Blah blah blah. They like it,
Yeah.
and he has an audience, and people fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, David, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Right? You can have your opinion, and people can also like it too.
Mm-hmm.
And he's making his money, and he's not doing anything bad. He's not hurting people.
Yachty's a great guy.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
the fuck ever, dude?
Yeah. Yachty's a good dude, and I think that's kind of what you realize when
This
you
is good too.
Yeah, that is less of a blend, but yeah. I think that's what you realize as you get older. You know what? Like, everything is not for everybody, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened in that stage where I suddenly out of nowhere I was just like, why do you care so much? Like, why do you care what the youth cares about? You're not the youth.
Yeah, man. And you also gotta go back to, you know, when you were growing up and motherfucking like the older heads were like, this ain't music.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember being in the car with my dad and my dad being like, this song sounds exactly like the other song, and being like, what are you talking about? You know?
It's different.
Yeah, and now, you know, you put on a couple of songs on the radio, I'm like, wait, which song? Wait. This song is just like the other one. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know?
It's like different times, right? Like my thing is, it's like, if it's just because I don't get it, then who the fuck it? Obviously, if the music is doing some weird shit where it's like fucking up the youth, then I probably would have an issue with it.
Yeah.
And then I think on a society level, it's like, I'd be like, nah, we gotta cut this shit out. You know, I'll be opinion. But it's literally this. I mean, what the fuck was our music about? Killing people, guns, shooting, fucking sexually assaulting women. Like,
You
come
can
on.
literally find it in every generation.
Yeah.
You know?
I was just being a weird old head,
It happens, man.
and it wasn't even that old, which is so stupid. You know, like,
Bro, you know, and I think you'll be surprised at what you like and you know what you don't like, bro. Post Malone got me listening to his whole ass like country album, even though I never listened to country music, because my trainer Justin was like, bro, have you heard this new Post Malone song? And I was like, nah, why?
get out of my house.
Oh, well, let me tell you. Why, you love Post Malone?
No.
Because
I like Post. Post Malone's a hit and miss with me.
Yeah.
But I've seen so many interviews of him.
Yeah.
I like him.
Oh,
As
he's such a sweet boy.
He's
Yeah.
also just really talented and gifted.
Bro, he put out this song, dog. So my trainer was like, "Have you heard this song?" Post Malone wrote it for his daughter, and I was like, "Oh, I'll listen to it when I can listen to it, right?" And so I was in the shower, dog, and I had already kind of had like Veda starting school soon and shit, so I was already kind of in my feels, right? And he has this song that he wrote for his 2-year-old daughter, addressed to his daughter's future husband, and he's saying shit like, you know, she might be wearing white, but her first dress was pink. She's walking towards you right now, but her first steps were with me. And like,
He started tearing up while the shower.
I'm like movie shit in the shower, like, my baby girl. And like the line is like, I might be giving her away, but that don't mean and he hits it with a super country like get off my lawn shit. He's like, I might be giving her away, but buddy, that don't mean she's yours. The song is called Yours, and I'm like, the way he sings it, I'm like, my baby girl.
Have you ever thought about that moment where it's like, well, I don't know what that transition is going to feel like, right?
Yeah.
It's like, especially from a father to a daughter.
Yeah.
It's like you're there through every transition of their life, and then one day you're not as important to them as you were before.
I know you gotta trust some motherfucker,
Stinky dick little bitch.
some dirty dick little fucking don't know how to dress, listens to Lil Yachty at. No, I'm just playing.
I wonder, Lil Yachty's be so old then.
Yeah, for real.
I wonder if like you have to like almost disassociate from your child and be like, I have to force myself to just not think about her as much because I have to let her live her life.
Yeah, I mean, I think you gotta do that way before they get married, you know, and that's what's fucked up, right?
School.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the moment they go from elementary school to junior high.
Bro, I'm always thinking about like that moment, even when she's like in junior high, high school, and she's like, no, Dad, I don't want to hang out. I'm hanging out with my friends, you know, I'm like, because right now she's so hardcore daddy mode, like she wants me around all the time, and I love it. Even when I'm like, ugh, like I love it, you know.
Can I tell you something, dude? Like there is, I saw for the first time in my life the downfall of a father trying to keep their kid so close and keep them as a child. I saw it for the first. I've never seen this before, and so somebody that I know, and for him, he's consistently trying to keep his child's innocence. Well, now this kid is fucking whack. Like kid is whack as shit. Like I'm like, oh.
In what way?
Like he still wants to sleep in the same bed as his father.
Oh God, how old?
14. Tim, 14 years old.
Pretty weird.
Yes. And for him, he goes, oh, I love it. And I'm like, dude, you handicapped your kid. Like your kid cannot function without you. Like you're happy because you got to keep your kid in his adolescence. He's fucking 14. He hit puberty so long ago, and he can't sleep unless he's sleeping in the same bed with you.
That's odd, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's what happens of like not letting your kid grow up because selfishly you want your kid to be a child forever.
Sure.
And I was like, I never seen it before. I literally have never seen it, and it was shocking.
On Family Matters, there's an episode where Carl Winslow was trying to explain to Harriet what happens if you hold your children too tight. And he told a story of the mother penguin who was trying to protect her little baby penguins. And the little penguins suffocated under the weight of the heavy mother penguin. The babies got mother smothered. And that's what happens, you know? And then Harriet said, Carl, take one long look at you. And take one long look at me. Which one of us is more likely to smother something? And the audience laughed and cheered.
And then Will Smith came in and he made a fat joke, even though it's not his show.
And Will Smith said, I'm an Aries, but I identify as a Cancer. And then Family Matters was canceled. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode of Dudes Behind the Foods. We're going to talk about that next episode. We love you. Bye.
Yo, it's the